Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. A Beijing-based video sharing app called TikTok has knowingly given a platform to over 35,000 videos which have just one aim: spreading fake news and spreading communal hatred in India when all of us are fighting the pandemic. Tonight I have some serious questions for this Chinese company that has over 190 million users in India. TikTok and shareholders of TikTok, would you have been able to do this in China? Answer the people of India, TikTok. Would you have been able to do this in China? Would the Chinese government have allowed you to spread communal hatred just because you wanted to make money through traffic? Would you have dared to do this in your own country? You wouldn't. So tonight, we will debate whether TikTok will be banned.
For the last 10 days, India is in lockdown, united to fight the coronavirus. And the frontline warriors are determined to win this battle. There are some who are posing a challenge to India's efforts. Watch how a Beijing-based video sharing platform, TikTok, has become the hub of hate during the biggest health crisis. This video shows a person licking currency and wiping it with his nose, giving out a message to deliberately spread the virus.
कोरोना जैसी बीमारी का कोई इलाज नहीं है, क्योंकि ये बीमारी नहीं है, अल्लाह का अज़ाब है आप लोगों के लिए.
This group of 3 people are calling coronavirus spread revenge for non-existent NRC.
Welcome to India coronavirus. हमसे नागरिकता का सबूत मांगने वालों, मेरे रब की NRC लागू हो गई है. अब वही फैसला करेगा कौन रहेगा और कौन जाएगा.
Faisal Sheikh is a superstar on TikTok with close to 28 million followers. Watch how he is violating the lockdown. Once again, he repeats the violation and almost mocks India's fight against the pandemic.
मौत को छू के टक से वापस आ सकता हूं.
The duo in this video are trying to insinuate the coronavirus is some form of revenge.
Welcome to India coronavirus. हमसे नागरिकता का सबूत मांगने वालों, मेरे रब की NRC लागू हो गई है. अब वही फैसला करेगा कौन रहेगा और कौन जाएगा.
While TikTok has given a free run to hate content in India, 7 months back, when the Hong Kong protests were at its peak, the social media platform silently censored anti-China videos. India won't take it lying down either.
Around 35,000 videos on TikTok as well as WhatsApp have now come under the scanner of the Delhi police. In fact, Delhi police has prepared a 22-page report and has submitted to multiple intelligence agencies and also with other state police. In fact, these videos have been created from countries like Middle East and Pakistan with the sole aim of trying to disrupt the lockdown procedure here in India.
When efforts are being made in the United States of America to get TikTok banned by introducing a legislation in the Senate,
and TikTok has admitted that it has sent user data to China. To put it bluntly, this is a major security risk for the American people. And what kind of data is TikTok collecting as it runs on our phones? A heck of a lot more than you would think.
And when merely a 2-week ban in India last year had hit this Chinese company hard, should India too not ban this platform, which has become a breeding ground for communal activities? Let's debate.
And viewers, I want to tell you that this Chinese company is desperately calling up news agencies, news channels, news organizations in India to try and play down what they have been doing. I want to tell everybody at TikTok, it cannot be played down. What you have done in India is unforgivable. You know what you're doing. You're trying to make money in India. We are trying very hard, Anand, to fight COVID-19. And I want to start with Rajiv Pratap Rudy. We are trying very hard, Mr. Rudy, Member of Parliament and spokesperson. Mr. Rudy, are you there? Okay, Mr. Rudy, are you there? Okay, I think we'll get him again. No problem.
I'm there, but I can't. There's a lot of
no problem.
Lot of
I'll try and fix it. I just got a sound in my ear. I got disturbed. I was just making a point. I'll come back to you in a minute. The question is that we are trying very hard to fight COVID-19.
A lot of
and we have a simple choice today. Will we allow TikTok to ruin this fight? And if you think I'm exaggerating, I'm not, because what has been going on TikTok over the last 72 hours is deliberate, Anand. You are seeing video. I'm showing this video. There is a video of a man who's having currency in his hands. I'll show the video now. Then he licks it and uses the currency to wipe his nose. And he says, Corona jaisi bimari ka koi ilaj nahi hai. And then he says, I will actively spread Corona. And effectively, therefore, he's telling the people of this country that I will effectively spread Corona doing this. Now, this is an attempt at creating panic and communal hatred in this country. Anand, my simple question is, instead of trying to manage the situation, TikTok, hear it loud and clear. Would you be able to do this in China? Would they be able to do this in China? I want you to start the discussion today. Anand, should TikTok be banned?
Yeah. Arnab, absolutely they won't be able to do it in China. But I have to say this, just a couple of points. I am against banning of TikTok. I am in fact against banning of any platform, because a platform is just that, a platform. You can ban people if they're inciting. No, you can't. And if they're saying they're going to create mayhem. There's a problem with that. Anand, you can ban those people.
Anand, the problem with the logic, the problem is,
Anand,
one second. Just let me tell you one thing. TikTok has the apparatus to stop the videos. Do you understand that? You cannot, pass off this thing about the medium and the message. Please understand, TikTok has the ability to moderate, okay? And if you did not have the ability to moderate, I could take your point. But the point is, TikTok can moderate, and they are choosing not to do so. I want Professor Ashwini Mahajan to come in on that. Professor Mahajan, TikTok can moderate. One minute, Anand. They can moderate, but they choose not to moderate because that will impact the amount of traffic. Twitter can moderate. They choose not to moderate because that will impact the traffic. If the traffic gets impacted, they will make less money. In other words, the direct correlation between making more money and not ensuring moderation is apparent and clear to all. And second point is, we are in a crisis. I cannot give them any leeway anyway. The TikTok people have to be told, do you understand what the situation is in India? This is not a minor indiscretion right now. It can cause riots in my country, and I can't allow it. I'd like Rajiv Pratap Rudy to come in on this. Rajiv Pratap Rudy, many of these videos are being made in Middle East and Pakistan. And then the original handles are deleted. The video remains to spread lies about the coronavirus at this time. What should we be doing?
Well, it's a very scary situation where, number one, I'm not an expert on this field of social media handlers and these platforms. But you see, common person who watches a video like that, and I've been hearing it from my driver and many reasonable people also, the response is aggressive. And the response is what it should be when anyone feels that if this is true. Now, as we read through the details, it has been morphed. There's a Chinese platform, TikTok, which uses this and supposed to has the highest downloads in the world in 2018-19. It's a very powerful medium in China. Now, you have been asking this question, whether it should be banned. A, the government should get into the depth of it. B, if the government feels it should be banned, I do not know the process, whether we can do it, I'm not an expert. And C, as you mentioned, that there is a process of moderation. The platform should have moderated itself. Now, if you ask me as an individual, I would say yes. If moderation doesn't take place, and because you recall when the Supreme Court came down and said that we cannot have pawns on such social sites,
right,
and It was to a very great extent banned.
Yes.
So it can be done.
Yeah.
It has to be done.
Arnab, may I?
The time frame, the government, and I'm sure it's not me.
No,
but if it is vitiating the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Yes,
Rahul is.
yes, please. Yes.
Yeah, I get your point. One
There
second.
are riot inciting contents, and
Arnab.
many people are using this app or misusing and abusing this app. But as a matter of principle, we are not China. Even though we have security concerns, we are not China. We cannot be China. That's the reason why India is better than China. We should be on TikTok aggressively.
Can I ask you one thing?
That's the only
Rahul,
way
can I
ahead
ask
in
you one
such a
thing?
world. We
Can
are
I
a
ask you one thing,
technology-driven
Rahul?
world.
Rahul, since you are making this point that we are not China, may I request you to request?
In TikTok itself.
Listen to me, Rahul. Rahul, listen to me. I know we are not China. Okay, we all know we are not China, but understand. If there can be a lockdown on everything, if we can live without everything, right, and stay home, why can't we have a lockdown on TikTok? I'm saying, okay, fine. You want to let TikTok continue? You think TikTok is bread and butter, like people don't play PUBG and they will die? People don't use TikTok and they will die? TikTok is not a necessity in my country. Let's not be superficial about it, but let me tell you what they are doing. First of all, if there's a lockdown on everything, let me tell you, viewers, ban or lockdown? Lockdown TikTok. Lockdown TikTok, because what's happening is very serious. Rahul, let me give you an example. You interrupted Rajiv Rudy. One second. See, Rahul, listen to me. There are videos of 3 men in a TikTok video. I'll show the video on the screen, where they are saying, India coronavirus, हमसे NRC का सबूत मांगने वालों, मेरे रब की NRC शुरू हो चुकी.
I saw that.
No, 1 second. What is that? At a time like this, what impact does that have on people?
Very offensive.
No, very offensive means what? And now you know what TikTok is doing.
The virus.
No, Rahul, let me complete.
There is
Rahul,
Islamist radical content in this.
Rahul,
there is no denying it.
Rahul,
Arnab, just give me one line. See, there is Islamist radical content on this. I'm a person who
I don't
has
have time for
devoted my life
condemnation now. It's a life and death situation for me.
But we have to call spade a spade. There are a lot of Islamist radical content, especially in TikTok, and many people are misusing it. There is no doubt.
I'd like to get another voice.
We have to strike a balance between
Okay.
between an app or a media.
Rahul and Professor Ashwini Mahajan, 1 second.
1
second. Let me get
the only possible way ahead.
Okay, a minute, please. Okay, a minute. Now, 1 sec. I can't listen to everybody together, so give me a minute. I'd like Akashdeep to come into the debate with Jitin Jain, who's director of Voyage InfoSec. I'll get people one at a time, okay? Now, viewers, I have seen the statement of TikTok. First of all, TikTok has gone crazy, desperately calling news companies, please don't report this, please play it down, please don't do this, somehow place it down, and I don't know. I want to tell you, first of all, TikTok, don't try your stunts in India. Second point is this. A statement of TikTok goes in the following way. Jitin, please hear this. It says, we condemn everything. Who cares about your condemnation? We have been monitoring and systematically removing all content from our platform which transgresses government advisories. No, you have not. You are lying. You're lying, TikTok. You have not. We are suspending or banning accounts. No, you have not done. You can't throw 3 examples now and tell me you have. And where necessary, we are reporting the accounts to relevant legal authorities to ensure public safety. You're crazy, TikTok. You're making the money and then you're saying, I'm going to tell the government of India to do what they want. Don't be over smart, TikTok. Don't be over smart. The people of India who are following you will give up on you completely when they realize you're working against national interest. Do you understand, you Chinese company? And that's absolutely clear to you. If you think you would have been allowed this by your Chinese Communist Party, then go ask Alibaba, would you have been allowed to do that? Go ask Jack Ma whether you've been allowed to do that in China. You wouldn't be able to. Now the question is, Akashdeep, it's a dangerous situation. The kind of videos going around are dangerous. TikTok's trying to be over smart. How should we respond?
Arnab, I'm saying that I feel that being a free market economy, we can't just ban this app. This video will appear somewhere else, on Facebook, on Twitter, or X, Y, Z.
Yeah, make them all answerable.
The point is, we
make
should
them
now
answerable.
realize
No, make
that
them
social
answerable.
media,
How come the Chinese
social
can do
media
it?
is part
How
of
come
our
the Chinese
existence.
can do it to
So
defend
we
their
need to
interests? Why
have
should we not
laws.
defend ours?
Because the data is stored there. What is our government doing? Please have strict laws where if you want
I'm
these
sorry,
apps to come into
the
India,
government can
their
ask for a
servers,
lockdown
that
on
data
TikTok.
should
Simple.
be stored in India.
You can't live without TikTok. Sorry,
Yeah.
1 minute.
For these
Akashdeep, let me
21
ask you.
days, you can
Akashdeep,
lock
listen to
down-
me.
you can lock- okay, you lock down TikTok,
Akashdeep, listen
it will
to me.
appear on
Listen to me.
Facebook.
Listen to me. If this
You
gives,
lock down
if this
Twitter,
gives
it
an
will
element
appear
of
on Facebook.
gratification to people, my counter question is, Jiten, can't people live without TikTok for say 15 days?
No.
We're living without a lot. We're not going to restaurants.
Oh, do it,
We're not going
ban
to
it.
party.
But how does it help?
How
This
does it
video
help?
will appear
We
somewhere
won't
else.
have this kind of communal garbage. How
Arnab,
does
this
it help?
video will appear on another platform.
No, then any platform which allows this should not be allowed. There has to be a sense
Arnab,
of
this
responsibility.
video will appear on another platform.
Well, then
How
all
many
such
apps are you
platforms,
going
they have to
ban?
feel answerable. Let me tell you, when
This
they are going to
video
be
will appear
punished,
on
they will
another
all...
platform. Then you will ban that platform.
Okay, Jiten, what do you think?
So what? Then let's only manufacture phones that only have phones.
Jiten, what do you think?
They have no apps. Let
Thank
them
you,
not be
Jiten.
smartphones.
Jiten, what do you
These
think?
people will post these horrible videos will come on other platforms.
Jiten.
These anti-national videos will come on other platforms.
Jiten, please.
How
Akash,
many
don't shout.
platforms are you going to stop?
Akash, Jiten wants
day
to come
one,
in.
we should
Jiten
have
Jain.
rules.
Arnab, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, go
Yes.
on.
Yes.
Yeah, so one thing, you see,
Jiten, I have one
banning...
last line. Jiten, can I finish?
Yeah. Jiten.
Jiten,
Yeah,
can I
please.
just finish one last line?
No,
Please.
Come on.
My point is, Jiten, I am all for, you want to ban TikTok, please ban it. But an anti-national video will appear on Facebook, will appear on Twitter, will appear elsewhere.
There has to be
We
accountability.
need to realize social media is part of our existence.
These companies have
and
a
if
lot of
anybody
money,
wants
they
any
can
app in
ensure
India,
accountability
the
if they wish
data
to.
should be stored here.
No,
so
these
we can
companies
monitor
have
it.
make a lot of money in India. They need to
So
first,
I think-
We should have
first
accountability,
defend
so we
India's
store it
national
here.
interests. Otherwise, they can't operate in India. Yeah.
So Arnab,
Yes,
I can...
yes, there is no going back
Akash,
on
please,
that.
yeah, let others come. Thanks, Akash. Come on now, please. Jiten.
Arnab, look,
please,
the
please.
point is there is a sinister, coordinated, well-orchestrated propaganda which is going on, which is basically to, sort of convince Muslim brothers in India that Corona does not happen to Muslim and they would not be affected. Second, there is a very coordinated, orchestrated campaign, likely from Pakistan and and their lead agency ISPR, where they want to alienate Muslim community and want to convince them that wearing face mask or doing social distancing will not help. Just because they're Muslim, they'll be protected. So I don't think it is fair to blame Muslims. I don't think it is fair to blame TikTok.
Kindly, with all due respect,
but what TikTok should do?
TikTok
please let others complete.
Wait a minute, listen to him. No, yeah, Syed, wait a minute. No, Syed, please. Let him complete. No, please. Thank you.
All right.
What TikTok has to do right now is ban all these people who are posting such content. That is number one. If they don't do it, I am sure Government of India can proceed with the other penal provisions, including a ban. But I would, be happy if they're given a chance first to ban all such videos and put the same technology in place where they are able to censor
But
all
Jiten, they are past the
coronavirus-related
buck.
videos in China.
But Jiten,
yeah,
they are
so
past
in
the
China
buck.
they have banned everything.
Jiten,
So
in
China
they are passing the buck. If you look at their statement, what they've said is, 1 minute, Syed. What they've said is...
I've not seen the statement.
Let me tell you what they say in the statement. They've said we'll do what we can, and elsewhere we'll report it to the government authorities. I mean, do the government authorities, Syed, not have enough on their plate already at a time like this?
No, Arnab.
Then handle TikTok. Do we need the Director General Police of Maharashtra to handle the situation in Maharashtra, to enforce a lockdown? Or should the DGP of Maharashtra look after TikTok? Should the Commissioner of Delhi take care of the situation in Delhi to ensure a lockdown? Or should the Commissioner of Delhi handle TikTok? And if you think I'm exaggerating the situation, I am not. I'd like right now Syed Abbas to come in with Ashwini Mahajan, because you have no idea how deep this penetrates. So Syed first and then Ashwini Mahajan. Syed, make your point, please.
But what stops people from coming on Facebook?
So Arnab, the larger point that I'd like to make here is very simple. If we look at it progressively, it is which is the app in the world which is responsible for decimating or bringing through most number of fake news? It is WhatsApp. So will we ban WhatsApp? No. There is a lot of fake news on Twitter. Will we ban Twitter? No. So we cannot blame a platform for what humans do. Human error. For example, a knife is used to cut vegetables as well. A knife is used to kill somebody. TikTok is an app which is used to entertain. talent, all of that. People use it.
No, one
for
second.
wrong.
It's not being used to
There needs
entertain
be
at all,
rules,
sir.
there
Don't
needs to
be facetious.
regulations, and
Don't be
those
facetious.
people
Let me tell you
must
one
be
minute. Just a
reprimanded.
minute. On ordinary occasions, I wouldn't have talked about it. If TikTok were to be just used for jokes or misinformation on one occasion, I can understand. But what is happening now is a tsunami of information. I want to tell one thing to the Narendra Modi government. The Narendra Modi government must be very careful in its dealings with China, because China eventually only looks at commerce. I want to make a point. They only look at commerce. The Chinese government have put all the pressure, all the support for Huawei in the past. They are going to face real trouble in America now. So they will bring all their Chinese companies here to India. We must not be fooled. If China pushes its corporate interests and if it links diplomacy along with this, we must be willing to stare China back. And to the Modi government, I would say that Mr. Modi,
Are we waiting for coronavirus for such things?
I'd like to tell, Mr. Modi, the Chinese would not allow an Indian company, the Chinese would not allow an Indian company to do this in China. And Mr. Modi, you must not allow a Chinese company to do this on my country's soil.
For a corona
It's absolutely clear as that.
To realize this?
Professor Ashwini Mahajan, one of the videos are shot on a road despite the lockdown. I want to show that video number 4, please, on the screen. In this video, there are users who are, can I show the video full frame and then go to Ashwini Mahajan? There are users are circulating videos breaking lockdown in groups of 4 and full frame, please, full frame. They are encouraging others who follow them tacitly to do so and to go on a street in groups with no social distancing. Now, would any social media site do this in China? Would the Chinese Communist Party allow this in China, in its own home nation? The answer is no. We need to look out for our own. It's a sensitive time. I'd like Professor Mahajan to come in. Professor Mahajan and Kasturi.
Let me know when I can talk.
After Mr. Mahajan, I'm coming to you, Kasturi.
If I'm given the chance, and please ask others not to intervene in between, otherwise it will be difficult for me to make the statement. You see, in December 2017, Defense Ministry wrote to their forces that ask all the Jawans to erase the apps, 40 apps they asked for, because the data was being sent out. We wrote on 18th February 2019, we wrote a letter to Honorable Prime Minister requesting him to ban Chinese TikTok and also the Hello apps, which are by ByteDance company. We then again we wrote a letter on 13th of July 2019. Again we had raised these issues that this app is creating communal hatred apart from sharing data with China Telecom, and then after they stopped sharing data with China Telecom, they started sharing data with Chinese government. Now, we must understand they are not just spreading communal hatred, they are also causing a huge security problems for India. And this is not what Swadeshi Jagran Manch is saying. This is being told by
why does your government,
Wall Street Journal.
But why does the Modi government, which you support, not act against TikTok? One second, Mr. Ashwini Mahajan, the Swadeshi Jagran Manch is very much part of the RSS, which supports this government. And your government, the Modi government, in Parliament, in Parliament, you are saying this, but in Parliament, the Minister of State for Home told the Lok Sabha recently that there is no input suggesting a counterintelligence threat to the country from TikTok. Your government is supporting TikTok. Please let me be blunt about it. The Modi government has said in Parliament that TikTok is doing nothing wrong.
We have been.
And why would is it because you want to maintain a diplomatic relationship with China?
This is absolutely irresponsible on the part of the government to make such statements when they had already issued 24 questionnaire to the this TikTok.
Rajiv
and
Rudy,
without
Rajiv with them,
there
Rajiv,
being
Rajiv.
any effective answer to that.
Rajiv.
You see,
Rajiv
Rajiv Rudy doesn't know. He says that he doesn't know the history of it because 24 questions were asked from TikTok. They didn't give proper answer to those questions,
Rajiv.
and it is continuing. We have been asking the government to at least make it very clear.
Well, this particular thing which we are discussing is in
Please,
reference to the present COVID situation and law and order.
Yeah, it's
Arnab, what we are discussing today is a situation which has arisen out of TikTok's...
It's a question of national security.
I'm not fighting with... please, I just have to place my view here. This present discussion has arisen out of this, the videos which have emerged, and that's the TikTok platform, which is in China. And even when it came to fake news, some people went to the Supreme Court where the migrant laborers and the Supreme Court gave a directive. I think the government in this particular situation must have taken cognizance and they should act harsh. I'm not saying that ban it for life, but in this particular situation, it affects the internal security.
Mr. Rudy, may I say
it affects the law and order situation.
May I add one thing, Mr.
I think it's high time.
Let me know when I can say something.
But once you said the government did not admit, maybe the previous situation was different.
I understand.
Today, the government would act, and I think there must be a discussion.
I agree.
I'm not the right person
I agree.
to answer
but
that.
The question is...
What Arnab you are suggesting is absolutely perfect.
Yeah, Mr. Rudy, I am not saying that when Mr. Kishan Reddy, Minister of State for Home, said that there is no counterintelligence to prove that they are doing anything against India's interest. Maybe at that time it was not there. But what I am saying today is...
Yes.
Today we have proof. Please allow me to complete. Today we have proof that TikTok, what TikTok is doing among the younger generation of India is communalizing the situation in a horrible way. What I'm saying is, and allow me to take one sentence.
I have something to...
Kasturi, 1 minute. Can I complete this point with Mr. Rudy? I assure you I'll come after this. See, Mr. Rudy, we can bring TikTok to its knees. We can finish TikTok. You know why, Mr. Rudy? We are contributing 44% to the overall growth of TikTok. We can completely destroy TikTok if we want to. TikTok has no choice. Today, TikTok, Facebook, any company, if they violate Indian norms, we are such a powerful country. India has 323 million downloads. India's time spent is more than 11 countries combined. India is the biggest market for TikTok. They have to be just one phone call from our government and TikTok has to come down on its knees. I'm telling you this, viewers. Now, my point is, why aren't we doing that? China is an expert.
I agree.
China is an expert in using economic cloud for its strategic advantage. Sometimes I think that our country, do we lack the courage or the confidence to do it? Any other China, if an Indian company had done this in China, the Indian company would be stopped.
I don't think it's the courage or the confidence. I would not know the implications thereof, but I can say what you mentioned today is a thing which one agrees to, and I think the government would act, but other implications I am not the right person to make a comment. But having said that, if the situation is being vitiated with what the government is facing with a larger challenge, I think the government would act, and there is enough proof as of today to act. And what the grounds which you have mentioned, it looks absolutely fine.
Kasturi.
So please, I would only answer those things which I am capable of answering.
That have been
nonetheless,
raised in this
I agree with you
so
on
far.
it completely.
So the first point is, why is the government not acting on it, as you just made a case for it, Arnab? And I think that's the difference between China and India. India is a more benevolent country. India respects freedom of speech, and India takes due process.
Sorry, how is this freedom of speech?
Finish. India takes due process.
How is this freedom of speech?
So
that is bizarre.
There is
That's insane.
no second opinion.
That's bizarre and
insane.
insane.
Kind of blasphemous,
that's bizarre. At the cost of the national security, at the cost of law and order, this statement is bizarre. We can wait. This is an extraordinary situation.
Because you had your...
but that's bizarre. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's bizarre. There's an extraordinary situation and where you cannot allow this thing to happen.
These kind of seditious videos should not be allowed to sustain. Not just on TikTok. It's not going to be just on TikTok. It's going to be on every platform that these vermin these anti-social Indian enemies of the nation, they're going to try and creep in through every social media, including WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, as somebody else said. So I believe that actually TikTok is much better to be
your thinking is
because
wrong.
on WhatsApp,
Kasturi, what you're saying is not based on facts. I want to counter you with this. I'll get Anand also back on the debate. You see, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing, Kasturi. I'll tell you one thing, Kasturi. I'll tell you. See,
Arnab,
every 1 minute, a minute, please, a minute. I don't. First of all, platitudes about freedom of expression, etc., should not be used because, please understand, in America, several American agencies, and I hope you believe that America is a democracy, including the Navy, military branches, Transport Security Administration, Department of Homeland Security, already have banned TikTok and ordered a massive fine against the company. Okay? In Israel, their officers are banned from using TikTok. 1 minute, Anand, 1 minute. Let me tell you one thing. Anand, 1 minute. In China, there were investigations which revealed that that TikTok was asked to moderate content about subjects sensitive to the Communist Party of China, like Tiananmen Square, Tibetan independence, Falun Gong. So understand this. Bangladesh has banned TikTok in February 2019. In a case on internet pornography. So please understand, we are not talking about some holy grail here.
But I have a question.
Especially in sensitive times like this.
I have a question for all the panelists. It is this. I once watched a TikTok video. Ma'am, please, 1 second. Just give me 20 seconds. I've been waiting for half an hour.
In TikTok, it's possible to trace out the perpetrator. So I think the government of India should use TikTok, should get TikTok comply with our legal requirements to find out where these videos are coming from.
Here is the question. Can I please ask this question?
Please do not underestimate, please do not vilify the Muslims of India. Indian Muslims, even the next generation,
can you please listen to me?
Are not going to fall for these kind of seditious,
1 minute left on the debate, viewers.
How can I?
Please, somebody talk to the
Arnab,
Muslims
I watched
India.
Please, 30 seconds. Thank you. Arnab, I watched a TikTok video once that said that had a man saying expel the unbelievers from wherever they expelled you, kill the unbelievers from where they find you, where you find them. Now, would you want the TikTok video to be banned, right? But the point is that TikTok video was talking about chapter 2 verse 191. I dare you to say
you're a scientist,
that you are prepared to.
Thank you, Anand.
From you, my friend. Anand, you call yourself a scientist.
Why?
We expect some amount of scientific temper from you, my friend. A ban is not the answer. Then we need to ban the whole of internet down. Ban is not an answer, sir.
TikTok is not the internet.
For its fake news.
TikTok is not the internet.
Facebook,
Viewers, I ask you one thing. In national interest, can you do without TikTok for a while at least? I'm asking a question to you.
Scientific temper.
I tell you this.
That is the only.
I have no doubt. I have no doubt that if we ask the people of India today that can you give up on TikTok? Are you ready for a lockdown on TikTok in national interest to get past COVID-19 for the period of the lockdown? Are you ready for it, viewers? Are you ready? Then pass this on to everyone. If TikTok is acting against national interests, are you willing to give it up for a while? Why doesn't the government lock down, if not ban TikTok? Lock down on TikTok in this time. Remember, that is what was done when Kashmir 370 was abolished. Social media messaging was not happening for quite a few months. Kashmir is better today. We need to learn the lessons of our own recent history. And ladies and gentlemen, I thank you on this one.